every style, all around you. There's always something fresh, living life in this style. Living life in this style. In this style.
We're here now with author Darlene Quinn. Before she was an author, she was many things. She's the author of Twisted Webs, and she's also, I don't know, would you consider yourself a mentor or an example of what people should be thinking in terms of unlimited career choices or opportunities? How would you describe yourself?
Well, I really hadn't meant to come out with such a checkered resume. It's just that I keep finding things that I like to do. When I was in school, I decided I wanted to be an airline hostess.
Okay.
But along the way, I had to have 2 years of college, and I got interested in teaching.
Okay.
Loved it. Then, because I had a daughter that was severely deaf, I needed to get out of teaching for a while, and I started teaching beauty and fashion classes.
Okay.
I had done some modeling and different things. And then I had to go to work full-time. So I changed that career out of necessity. I needed to find full-time work. And I was totally unprepared for, I didn't want to be in a classroom. I decided.
Sure, you've done that.
I'd done that, been there.
Right.
And also my typing skills were on a manual typewriter in college.
Okay, sure.
So I rented a typewriter, and I thought, well, I guess I have to be able to type. That would not have worked out so well.
Right.
And I went to an employment agency, and they said, well, you did beauty and fashion classes through Bullock's, which was a large federated department store chain on the West Coast. Why don't you send a resume to Bullock's? So I had this beautiful resume. It said about all of the things that I'd done.
Very
which
diversified,
included,
right?
Right, included the Miss Universe pageant. I did the Miss Long Beach portion of that. And I'd done some programs for the black community. I had this beautiful resume. It was sort of like being all dressed up with nowhere to go. So I did something, not knowing what I was doing, I did something that was brilliant.
Okay.
What I did was, instead of sending this checkered resume to the personnel department, which would be the normal thing to do, I decided to look at who was in charge of Bullock's. So I sent my resume to the CEO. Got
it right in front of the eyeballs that
make
the big decisions.
Now, what was so smart about that is, obviously, the CEO is not going to interview me. However, he is going to hand it to his VP of Personnel, who will then do something with it.
But the fact that it came through that channel versus you went top down instead of sort of, I don't want to say bottom up necessarily, but the typical channel. So in all this experience, you said you had a checkered resume and you've done all these different things. What's the one thing you could pass on to, like, are we not doing enough, or are we too blinded by a particular path to see that something that we were forced to do with a few decisions is actually an opportunity?
Well, actually, I think so. I think if we follow, which is what I did when I became an author. I had resigned from Bullock's Wilshire because I had a daughter who was severely deaf and I was going to help her.
Sure.
And so I didn't really have to work. But I cleaned the closets, and I don't like repetition a whole lot. And so then I started thinking about all the exciting things in the area of the retail area. But I didn't want to be restricted to the facts.
Okay.
So I think really what I would suggest that people do, if they're looking for a new job or something else, follow your passion, where your passion leads. Check out your skills. That's kind of the chicken and the egg, which comes first, the passion or the skills, because they are sort of combined. And then today we have more opportunities than anything for networking. We've got it on social media, we have it in all kinds of ways. And what I find that I used to say what women find hard to do, but then I've talked to a lot of male hosts, and what humans find hard to do is ask for help.
Okay.
This is what I need. In order to be successful, I need this, and it is amazing how much people want to jump in and help.
Well, you have a website because, again, because of your checkered resume, we spent a lot of time talking about that. I'm sorry, but you have a website where people can learn more about your story, your path, your books, And maybe even your earrings, right?
All right.
What's your website?
My website is DarleneQuinn.net. Don't go to .com or you'll get real estate.
All right. .net. We're going to put that link on AndyStyle.tv. The name of this book is Twisted Web. She has another one as well, Twisted Resume, Web-like Career. Look at those earrings. Those are awesome. We're just scratching the surface with Darlene. Make sure you check out her website.